Hello again, everybody. Mark here. Are you ready to elevate your YouTube thumbnails to the next level? In today's video, we're going to explore how to use Spotter Studio Labs and trending tabs to create eye-catching thumbnails to attract viewers and boost engagement. By leveraging these powerful tools, you can stay ahead of the curve and ensure that your content stands out from the crowd. Before we dive in, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss any of our videos. If you're new here, check out the playlist for more insightful content. And don't forget to download the free AI checklist down below so you can do this yourself. Okay, getting into Spotter Studios, once we're in here, of course, we have projects, new labs, new projects, outliers. But here's something I haven't really explored too much with you guys yet, and that's the labs. If we open this up, it opens up a new, or click on it, it opens up a new screen, and you have trend spotter, idea workshop, roulette. Kind of went over some of this stuff earlier. Thumbnail explorer, but I like using trend spotter. When we click on this, this opens us up. Now I don't want to have it to my audience also watched. I'm actually going to have it curate the all of YouTube. Now, this obviously wouldn't be in the things that I do normally. So let's do something I have been talking about lately, and that's like DeepSeek. So if I click on that and I load it up, here's one that did 7.6 times the normal thing for Jack Roberts, his normal views. And we're talking January 4th. So you want to make sure that these are current. So that's why if you look up here, it's basically the last month. Okay, and it's not the 9th today. Today's actually the 16th. I guess it's actually 2 weeks in there, but that's the closest that it'll allow me to do right now. But if you look through the list here, all of these are doing well. Now, to get the clicks, you need to attract somebody's attention, right? And so if we look through here, even I'm good through anything through about 1.5, gives me some ideas that they're doing pretty well overall with it. So all of these would be a good one to look at and try to recreate. Now, once we get into here, what we have is we actually have, like I said, the actual videos here. This is the actual thumbnail that this guy is using. So what you can do is you can go ahead and click on this, and it's actually going to open it up in another tab directly on YouTube, the video. Now, I'm not going to play his video here, but I think it'd probably be a good video. And what you would do is go through his video and get some ideas. Now, don't copy it exact or anything like that, but it'll get you some ideas on what you can do and how, what's working for this guy. And if we go over here to Jack Roberts, again, we don't want to copy his actual video thumbnail, but we can come close to it. So from here, we have his videos. This is the one, right? This is the one we just pulled up. So we can go Windows key, Shift, and S, and it allows us to take a screenshot of this over here. We highlight this, and now it's copied. Now, what we can do is we can go ahead and see, there it is right there, snippet tool. We can go ahead and go into, this is that paint.net I talked to you guys about earlier, and we can crop that out like this and make it like this. So that's a little bit better. Take out this edging on it. So I'm going to come over here, delete that. That's cleaned up a lot more. Now, from here, what we can do is we can save this image, or we can actually make it a little bit bigger. We can make it a little bit bigger, resize this. Let's maintain the aspect ratio. That way it stays the same for the most part. Let's resize it to, I don't know, maybe 800, so double it and see if it's still pretty clean. Okay, it's still pretty clean. Then we can file. There's a couple of things we can do. Either we can go ahead and use it from right here, and we can add layers over here, and we can start adding these items on here. So for example, text. So let's start with text on that layer. So we're working on this layer right now. So we would come over here, add text, and go in here, and I'm just going to go game. Actually, he's got it all in caps, so let's go ahead and start with caps. Game changer, and of course, that is nothing like what he has there. So what we can do is we can highlight this text that we just made. It should still stay there. And we can first off make it bigger. It still needs to go bigger. You can start to see it there. 72. Okay, that's a little bit better. And we can change the font style. Drop the font style down here. Try to match that font style as best you can. Let's see what we have. Maybe this. I see what it did. All right, so we're gonna. And the other thing you can do, let me go ahead and write that back in there. Game changer, and we can move this back into here. Now that's a little bit too big for that font style. Doesn't need to be perfect, but gives us some ideas here. Move it in here, and we can check to see what it actually looks like right now. So let's change this again to another font. I don't know what font we want. Let's see if we can find one here. Let's try that. Okay, move this back over. Don't really like that too either. But you can see how we can start to impact game changer. All right, this one we can actually boost up a little bit bigger. Make it back to the 72. Bring that back thing. All right, now we have the make and then a big giant plus sign here. So let's go ahead and try, see what symbols they have. See if we can get a plus sign out of this thing. Multiplication, there's got to be a cross in here someplace, right? Or a plus. I'm just not seeing it right now. Well, we can do the multiplication, and we can go ahead and click it right here. Make a good big one here like this. And then I'm just going to do this quickly here. So we're going to multiply it, and we're going to change this to draw shape fill. And we're going to rotate this. So now it's a plus instead of a multiply. And we're going to move this up into here. And so if I delete this bottom part, whoops, I'm on that bottom part now. If I delete this bottom part here, you can see I'm starting to bring this together. That's a little bit crooked. So maybe if we click back on this, we can select that and rotate it some more so that it's a little bit better. Select, rotate, because it's not going to be perfect because it's actually a multiplication instead of a plus. But what we would also do is we would go ahead and file and we would import thing. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry, I wanted to go ahead and grab the icons that he has here. So he's got the make icon. If we go ahead and bring that back up, he's got the make icon plus the DeepSeek icon. So what I would do is I have the make icon and the DeepSeek, DeepSeek icon. So I'd Control C this, bring it over here, Control V, whoops, Control Z. I want to be on this one here. Control V, there we go. And bring it down here. Obviously that's too small, so we just expand it, make it a little bit bigger, like this. That's pretty good, and we can actually move this around a little bit if we want, or we can put them all on different layers if we want to. So that's okay. And then we come back over here. Now mine's going to be the opposite of what he has. I have the negative of his, but it'll still be the same idea. As you can see, when we come back over here, like this, and make this a lot bigger. Move this down over here. Now if we look, coming close, right? His DeepSeek's a little bit bigger, so we can make that a little bit bigger. So let's come back here. You can see how quickly I can change this around. And then I can make this bigger. Move it down here. There we go, that's clean. Now, all I would need to do is add one more layer. So we'll add a layer. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this layer and pull it down here. We're gonna go like this. And we're going to color it. And we're gonna color it white. Actually, first we need to deselect that. So that's why I clicked over there real quick. And then we just white, whoops, that's black. That's easy enough. Change it to white. There we go. And you can see how I can quickly, it's not exactly the same. It's close to what the original one was. So I can take this off. Oh, I can turn this off, turn this on. You can see the differences between the two, right? I mean, it's obvious. His is a little bit cleaner. I would clean it up a little bit in here, clean it up a little bit in here as well. I'd use a little bit different font, but you can see how I quickly made a copy of this. I'd use a different font and stuff like that, but I quickly made a copy of his thumbnail. Now these thumbnails are great. You can, obviously it worked, because if we look at his Spotter Studio, again, he got 7.6. The other thing you can do is you can import this into Canva. So for example, if I went over to Canva, I have a lot of the stuff already over here. So let's scroll down here a bit. Let's go ahead and grab this. We'll just try to do it from memory. So we'll pop that over there. We're gonna make that a little bit smaller. Pull this from here over to here. And then I should have just the DeepSeek whale somewhere in here. I don't like that one. I can take this one and crop it, I think. So if I take this, and I think I can edit it. Maybe I can't. Let me, no, I don't like that. We'll go ahead and use the other one. Again, the black one instead of the white one. Same idea though. There it is there. Drop it over here. Line it, it lines up there. And then we're gonna go text, and we're gonna go headline. And let's find, obviously we're gonna do a plus in there, right? We're gonna make it a lot bigger, but we're gonna drop it so that it lines up the middle of those. Those aren't lined up yet. And then we're gonna jump the size up quite a bit more. And that dropped it down too far, I think. So let's move it around, I don't know, I guess that's the center, so that's good. And then let's change the text style, and let's find one that looks good for it. I think this is kind of what he was using, Gallium. So we come back in here and we go ahead and click on Gallium. All right, now that one's done. Now to make the text the same, you want to Control C, Control V, and now we have this. We can come up here and type in here, what was it, Game Changer? Yeah, Game Changer. So we click over this and we go Game Changer. So you can see how quickly I was able to manipulate that and basically do the same exact thing. The other thing you can do, if you don't like that plus, you can go over to Elements and just try adding a plus in there. And whoops, that's an equal sign. I want a plus in here, and it might give you, it'll give you some graphic ideas that you can use, like this. That one might be a little bit better. Let's try adding that and making it a lot smaller. There we go. Maybe a little bit smaller than that even. Move that. You move that over here. There we go. Let's come back into this feature, and we should be able to get that one centered as well. So there, I just made a quick version of what he had there. You can see the initial one going back to here. So you can see how quickly I was able to do that. But it's really easy to do this. And of course, it's not exactly the same, but I'm using a lot of the same elements and styles because it worked for him. He got the click on it. He got the view on it. So tomorrow I'm going to go over some other things that are really going to change it. Actually, tomorrow's the end of the 30-day challenge, and I'll go over the review of everything that's happened, what I've learned, and where I'm at. So thank you for following along today. Have a great day.